welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone is having a phenomenal day today. And my sister is literally like doing this in the background making fun of me. Haha, love you too. But today we're going to be doing my wrap up Shop My Stash review from the 4th. Why do I always... I'm a weirdo. But yes, we're doing the review of my Shop My Stash from the 4th of February.
It's the More You Know rainbow.
It's the More You Know rainbow. But I am doing this in a 2-part video because the first time I tried to film it, I was over 20 minutes and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm not even halfway through. So I decided to split it up into a skincare, hair care, skincare and hair, face, skin, and hair video, and then I split up into my makeup as well, so makeup's going to be part 2, so stay tuned for that because I'll be following up shortly after this video. But let's get straight into the video on my reviews of the products that I used. So I'm going to kind of go through like my normal routine of why I would use these products. So the first thing I want to talk about is my facial cleanser, and before I talk about the cleanser, I want to talk about what I used with the cleanser, and this is the... I'm not going to even try to play with this name. It's the Luna Play. Everyone just calls it the Luna whatever, which one they're holding. But this is the shade Fuchsia. But I really enjoyed this. I don't think it does anything extra special to cleanse your face. Just like if you've ever had one of those little like plastic pad things that you can like use to cleanse your face. I think it's just like that except it vibrates. But I kind of like that it vibrates. I pretend like it's stimulating my skin, like it's just gonna help lift all the disgusting age that's coming to my face from like getting older. But I enjoy it, it's fun to use. And then I use it in conjunction with the Egg Mousse Soap Facial Cleanser from Too Cool for School, and I really enjoyed this. I feel like the consistency and texture of it is very similar if you've ever just put shaving cream on your face, which some people actually do that on a regular, but I don't. I don't think I've ever done that since I was like a small child playing around with it. But literally it felt like I was literally washing my face with shaving cream, which was very strange. I did not think it was going to work because it says it's supposed to be cleansing, hydrating, and replenishing. I definitely got the cleansing. I did not feel the replenishing or the hydrating. I did not feel like it really hydrated, but I did enjoy it. I like a squeaky clean feeling to my face after I have washed it. It makes me feel like nothing is left on my face. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Big struggle with it though was its dispensing, because it said to dispense about an egg size amount, which what is an egg size amount? I know what an egg is, guys. But there's just so many different sizes of eggs, it's hard to like determine what they actually were saying. Is it an extra large egg? Is it a medium sized egg? Is it, you know, a quail egg? I think it's more of a quail egg. But really did enjoy that. Definitely would recommend you picking it up. And so afterwards I would follow up with a toner, and the one I decided to use this week was the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. My struggle with that one, it does smell like ginger, which was very interesting. I feel like that was supposed to be stimulating for your skin, but when I would spray it on my face, I'm just going to spray it on my hand just so I could feel it again. It smells like straight up ginger. It smells like a straight up piece of ginger. It's supposed to be nice and hydrating, and I don't really get that. I just get wet feeling on my face. Like, it might work great as a setting spray. I might try that in a later video as just a plain oat setting spray rather than a toning spray. But I typically would use my Ultra Radiance from the, what is this? The Ultra Radiance Facial Rehydrating Mist from Benefit. And when I'd spray one on my hand, I sprayed it twice with the Tatcha on this hand. Well, like one spray feels 10 times better than 2 sprays from the Tatcha.
Does it make you hungry?
Does it make me hungry?
Sushi.
Sushi, oh my gosh. The Tatcha spray does not make me crave sushi. That'd be really strange to crave at like 7 in the morning when I'd be on my work. But I definitely preferred the Benefit one over it. I've just preferred a lot of different toning sprays over the Tatcha. I'll still use it. I might use it later on as a setting spray, but would not recommend him. I also don't think he's worth it. I swear he's like $45 for the full size. I'm just like, no. And then moving on to the next thing that I would use, which is my moisturizer. So originally I planned to use the Lancome, I'm just going to call it the Lifting and Firming Moisturizer because I'm not going to play with the French name, in the morning, and then I was going to use the Tarte Maracuja oil at night because I feel like oils are heavier than like a traditional moisturizer. My struggle with this is I thought the one pack was supposed to be like one-time use. Wrong. It was supposed to be like a day's use. It was supposed to be like 7 days of like using this. It was just, I ended up only getting into 2 packets, so I'd want to use the whole thing, and then I'd want to use like a morning and a night, and it was just too heavy. Like I would literally go through like 8 hours of the day and I could still feel it caked on my face, and it was just an uncomfortable feeling, and I was just like hashtag no, not doing this. And so I ended up not using the rest of them. So I ended up just using the Maracuja oil both morning and night. I do love that it's got like the little pump I like playing with them. My struggle with him is if you accidentally push all the way down, I don't think you guys can see that on camera, but if you push all the way down, all of it will come out, and you're only supposed to dispense, I think it says like, what, 2 to 3 drops? 2 to 3 drops. Not 2 to 3 whole droppers. That would be too much. And so I'd end up getting too much on my hands, so I'd be like, ugh, lightly pat face, wash hands, and then come back to pat it in. But did enjoy that. Highly recommend him. And then I would use an under eye cream, and this one I would use in the morning because that's what I recommended. And this is the Origins Ginseng Refreshing Eye Cream to brighten and depuff. I did enjoy this. I wish it wasn't in like the packet, but obviously like it was sample size. I want to get through it because I have other ones that I want to get through. So I think I still have like at least like 1 or 2 uses still in here. So I'm probably going to continue this on with next Shop My Stash. You'll have already seen that if you saw that already from yesterday's video. But I did enjoy it. I felt like it was nice and refreshing on my eyes. I wouldn't say necessarily that it brightened them, but it left my skin feeling nice and refreshed and hydrated. And then the mask that I used this week was the Sephora Rose Sleepy Mask. You can see I still have some in here. I typically get about 6 uses out of them. I got 3 during the week, just all depend on me if I want to put on a sleepy mask. I don't like to heavily coat them. It says to always put a thin layer. I like a nice really thin layer because I'm going to sleep. I don't want this like all over me and in my hair in the morning because my hair will inevitably get into my face. But it's really nice and hydrating. I mostly think about hydration when it comes to these guys. And then the other mask I use is I use the Peter Thomas Roth 24 karat Pure Luxury Lift and Firm Hydrogel patches. So I actually saved the packaging in here and the little under eye thing so you guys could kind of see them. Of course, I've seen them a million times inside Sephora, so it shouldn't have been in stock. But it comes in this little like plastic thing, and then they have like a little seal over top of them. So this is what the little guys look like. They literally look like a little piece of rubber. They smell weird. But basically it said to leave them off about 10 to 15 minutes, and then afterwards pat the serum that's left over into your skin. I didn't really feel like a serum. It just kind of felt like a cold little gel patch that I put on my skin. I wasn't all that impressed with them. I didn't really see a difference. It wasn't until I decided the next day to use my Sephora Orchid face mask, which is supposed to be anti-aging and smoothing. I don't know if it was in conjunction with this or if it just worked by itself, but I did feel like it really like lifted and firmed my face, but also my under eye. I think it was like a combination of the 3 products because you guys don't typically see it that much. I don't really see it when I watch back on the camera, but I do have some bags under my eyes. But my right eye, I distinctly have a line that goes lower on my face, but that line has started to come up more. So I'm hoping that that was those products and what they did. So highly recommend those. Also, side note, you can go in Sephora because they sell like this one-time use in Ulta. I want to say it's like $5. Don't. Go to Sephora, they'll give you a sample of a full use. They'll give you an eye, each one. They won't just give you like one little one. They'll give you a full set so you can try. So that was awesome. I learned that recently. Next, moving on to scrub. So I typically scrub about twice a week. I typically mask about 2 to 3 times a week. It depends on my mood. More if I decide to use more sleeping mask. So I use the Kate Somerville's Exfoliate, the Air Intensive Exfoliating Treatment. It's supposed to be like a 2-minute facial. So basically how you're supposed to use this is you're supposed to wet your face, and then you're supposed to massage the product in for 30 seconds and then leave it on for 2 minutes. If you have sensitive skin, you can leave it on for a maximum of 1 minute. I don't think I got to 30 seconds. If that, I probably got to like 15, because the first time I used it, I realized like the second it hit my skin, it was started to burn. It smells like cinnamon and clove. It smells kind of like Thanksgiving. Also, the color of it is like a poopy green baby dapper. It is gross looking. It was so nasty. Once it spread out, it didn't look that bad, but the second it came out, I was like, whoa. But it started burning my skin, so I immediately, like, after leaving it on for a few seconds, I can't take it anymore, started washing it off. My skin felt so smooth and so it just felt incredible. It felt renewed. I loved it. The second time I used it, I should have learned. I decided to massage it in between my nose. This is like the most sensitive part of my face. I don't know why I decided that was a good idea because immediately it felt like it was on fire. I didn't even wait like I think 10 seconds before I started washing it off, but I still had the same results. My skin felt phenomenal. I would definitely try the Exfoliate Gentle, which is what they recommend if this is just too harsh for your skin, so I'd probably try that one over this one, but I still have them. I swear I have another one, so I'm going to go ahead and use them up and just be more careful. Moving on to hair care, because you guys know how much I love my hair. My hair's my baby. So I use two types of shampoo and conditioner. So I use the Husk Keratin Protein. This one's supposed to soften and renew your hair, and oh my gosh, it felt incredible. My hair felt incredible in the shower. It felt really nourished and luxurious. I ended up during that shower, well, not the shower because I obviously didn't use these two products in the shower, I used them out, but I followed up before I did my hair because after I get out I always dry my hair because I have too much hair to let that sit and dry most of the time. So I put on the Macadamia Nourishing Moisture Oil Treatment. So the only thing I had about this one, I love the product. I felt like it really nourished my hair. It's just, it says to use like what, a couple of drops? Yeah, it just says a few drops into your palms and massage into your hair. It doesn't drop like I was expecting like a dropper. It pours. So you have to be like really steady with this. But definitely enjoyed him a lot. And then I also used the Living Proof Prime Style Extender. I don't necessarily say that it like left my style longer, but it definitely left my hair super nourished and it smells really good. I want to say it had a, yeah, it has a really nice clean, like kind of citrusy kind of smell to it. Really enjoyed that. The combination between the shampoo and conditioner, the macadamia oil, and then, watch, I don't know if it's macadamia oil, so that's just the company. Don't know, don't care. But the combination of those products, it left my hair literally looking salon style ready. I loved it. And then the next time I did my hair, which I did not realize how many uses you got out of one of these. I should have because there's literally a whole ounce of product. But I used the Diva Curl, the No Poo Descendants. Is that a... whatever. It's the No Poo shampoo. And then...
Decadence.
I'll go home, guys. My brain sometimes doesn't like to read things. It likes to read over things. It's like, shampoo, cool. Big thing about this product is it's not supposed to lather. This whole thing is like a no poo. It's not supposed to be like a normal shampoo. So it's just supposed to nice and gently cleanse your hair. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I like lather in my hair. I like to feel like it's actually getting stripped of everything. My sister's staring at me like it's terrible for your scalp. I know it. Don't care. I like the false illusion, but I don't feel like it really cleansed my hair. I think it's because I used it on, I normally wait until my hair actually started to produce oils, and that's when I typically use my shampoo and conditioner. I only use a tiny bit of the conditioner, so I can't really say if I liked him or not. Also, I have enough of this product that's going in next week's, which you guys will have already seen if you've watched that video. But I used the Argan, the Shea Moisture, I should say that first, the brand. Argan Oil and Almond Milk Smooth and Tame Treatment Mask. So it's supposed to tame and deep condition fine and frizzy hair. Granted, I do not have fine hair. I definitely have some frizzy hair because my hair needs all the moisture. I decided to use the whole pack. If you watched my Target haul, I already mentioned that I had snuck in one of these and I used half and it did nothing. So I assumed, knowing that it did nothing, that maybe because I have so much hair, I needed the whole thing. I was wrong. That was a bad idea. It was a terrible idea. I'm never going to do it again. I'm going to try like 2/3 of it or 3/4 of it, but never a whole, because literally, like, I don't think you guys can see it that well. My sister says I'm like, it's all in my head, but my hair is oily, and it's not this bottom part. It's the scalp part that I can really feel the oil. She's like, you're crazy.
You are crazy.
I'm not crazy. I can see it and I can feel it. I'm like, no. Best way to know if your hair is oily is if you take your brush or your comb through it and you can still see the indentions from that utensil that you used, the tool that you used. Your hair is probably oily and dirty and needs a bath. Mine needs another bath, which is terrible because I might do a whole video on my skin and hair and how it reacts to things for you guys. But my scalp is not going to be happy with me, and it is going to like curse my whole existence because it's going to be terrible. 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 I'm a horrible human. Though after that shower, I did go ahead and blow dry my hair and I used the Living Proof. I decided to forego using the macadamia just because my hair already had enough oil. It was not getting any more. And then the last products that I used were from Toka. And it is their Pink Tulip and Green Apple. I used the Nourishing Body Scrub and the hand cream. So I'm going to start with the hand cream. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. I did not find that it was hydrating. And granted, my hands right now, because my state is going through like a quick transition, it will go from like 70 to like 50 in hours, and so my skin typically will start to crack and break, and it is not a cute thing. It needs all the hydration. I just don't feel like it was enough for my skin. It also needs something very soothing because the second it starts cracking, it's like painful. Now the Toka scrub. I was shocked. I literally, the first time I used it in the shower, in which I've only used it twice, but it's like almost gone. I got like 2-hour showers out of it. I put it on and the exfoliation, I was like, this has got to be like something like natural. I'm good. And so I turned it over and it's like, it's a sugar base. So I was like, yes. Also, never put sugar on your face. It's really bad for your skin. Side notes. But it's supposed to have like really good oils. Let's just even say it's like olive oil, grapeseed oil. But after I washed off the scrub, which I didn't really have to wash off, it kind of just dissolved on the skin. I only had it on for like 2 seconds, so I used it very sparingly with scrub and then like rinse off. But the oil is literally like, you can tell when your skin's nice and hydrated while in the shower because the water would just kind of slide off your skin, and that's what it did. I felt so nourished after using this. Would recommend. It is fabulous. And then I wanted to mention I used a couple other products during the week just to kind of supplement, because obviously when I had makeup on, I obviously didn't show a makeup remover. So if I wanted to like fully remove my makeup, I used the Purity wipes, and those worked really well. I also used on my eyes, if I decided not to like makeup wipe and leave like a remover, I used either the Garnier Micellar water to take off my eye makeup or my Purity facial cleanser, just because I was a little nervous about putting him, because he's a foam, on my eyelids. Just was not thinking about that. And then I had to use the Ultra Repair Cream for my hands to try to help rescue them. I was not going to make it a whole week with only using that Toka hand cream. My hands were not going to have it. But that is it. Make sure you stay tuned for the second part of this video. If you did enjoy this part of the video though, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and stay tuned for the other one, and I'll put a link down on my social media down below. Stay foxy, guys.